Welcome to Ride for Rights. Ride for Rights is a bike tour across America. I'm riding town to town in hopes that people will join me, come together on the four rights of freedom of speech, justice, education, and unity. If you'd like to come ride with me, check the schedule in the comments and see when I'm near your town. In addition, Ride for Rights promotes FIRE, Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, the Southern Poverty Law Center, the American Immigration Council, and the American Library Association. They need your help and please consider donating. Hey guys, we're at City Hall in Kansas City. We're heading to Oak Grove today, so I did not sleep at all last night. Could have been the fireworks going off, but it's a nice day, so we have to get somewhere. So we're going over 30 miles to Oak Grove. Should be pretty hilly all the way there. It's about 10 a.m. right now. I got a late start. It's gonna be hot the whole time and humid as well. Mostly just going through Kansas City, and kind of the end is just getting out of the suburbs at the last part. This town is like dead empty right now. It's 4th of July. I assume everybody's still home. But yeah, not really any traffic, so that'll be nice. Mailed the drone controller back to the company. I got an email that said parts are super hard to get right now. It's probably gonna be 60 to 90 days to get it fixed. So I'm still sending it in hopes that it comes back, but the trip might be long over before we get fixed controller. So RIP the drone. What a waste of money. If you're watching this in 60 to 90 days and you want a drone, hit me up. You can buy mine. See you there. guys, we're in Oak Grove. Really tough day today. My legs were just dead for whatever reason. Probably the lack of sleep, but I was just really tired. Well, it was nice. It's the 4th of July today, so everybody partied too hard yesterday apparently, and the roads were pretty much empty throughout Kansas City. So not a lot of traffic. That was nice. Got some city riding done with the sights and the car. It wasn't even until like the end of the ride, last 30-40 minutes, that kind of traffic showed up. Let's talk about Kansas City. I was excited to try their barbecue. The best cuisine so far was Northern California. Colorado gets a shout out because of their beer, but Kansas City is known for their barbecue if you don't know. So I was excited to try their barbecue. Had some good barbecue. Yeah, I liked it. Also, the sides were kind of awesome. Apparently they have sweet potato tater tots with cinnamon. That was awesome. It was the dessert potato I didn't know I needed. Cheesy corn, which I've never had. It was like cream corn, but it had some cheese in it. That was really good. Different kinds of barbecue beans were great. I had some good brisket. Pretty nice to have finally kind of have a city that has like a really unique cuisine. I went to the Negro League Baseball Museum. Really cool museum. It was a really small, but they packed like a ton of information and memorabilia in there. And it was really fascinating and interesting. Also went to the Jazz Museum, which is in the same building. I wouldn't say that was as good, but it was still cool. And I saw some jazz because they do a noon to 1 show in the afternoon. We kind of went by the baseball stadium today, but we couldn't see it, which is unfortunate. I've heard Kauffman Stadium's like one of the nicer stadiums in baseballs. Walked around to the pharmacy, ended up in a pretty bad neighborhood. Saw a guy try to attack a car. That was the day before. The roads, it was good. There was no one on them. There were signs that were like, share the roads with bikes, but then there was no like bike lane or anything like that. We had one little bike trail. That was cool. A marshy kind of area. Pretty hilly day. The one concerning thing I have is my back is really tight right now. So I have had back problems in the past. I hope this doesn't amount to much more of anything. Tomorrow will possibly be rainy, so we're gonna monitor the weather. Again, if it's rainy, I go. If it's thundering, there might be an adjustment. So we'll see. Anyway, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my socials and the charity links in the comments below. Thanks for watching.